everybody. So today we are going to be cooking. What are we cooking, Jess? Tell them.
Chicken and dressing.
Chicken and dressing. It's one of Jessica's favorites, isn't that right?
Yeah, but this one's not for our real Thanksgiving.
No, because it's what, June?
This one
It's
is
not
just
for our real Thanksgiving because it certainly wouldn't last until November. That's all right. It's just a special treat. So we are going by the recipe in Nonnie's cookbook, and this is a recipe from her mother. And we are going to be doing it a little bit modified, only because, first of all, we don't have, is it giblets or giblets? Giblets. Giblets. Or day-old bread, but we've got extra biscuits we can use. 6 baking powder biscuits and 2 slices of day-old bread. So I thought 4 biscuits would make up for the day-old bread, and that would make the perfect amount of stuff. So anyway, we're going to be doing that. You ready to get started?
yeah.
Okay. We're going to bake it at 350 in the lower oven because it's empty. Okay. Now the first thing we need to do, we've got our half a pan of cornbread and 2 of the biscuits from the freezer. So we need to defrost those.
What are they for?
For the cornbread.
And we're supposed to put chicken in the dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a new experience for me.
Abby just don't need it.
She does.
She just don't.
She just does. Okay, I'm going to put this in the microwave to auto defrost. Come back in here. Oh, make the video with me.
I'm sorry. I'm supposed to not do it the whole time.
Not do it the whole time. Oh, your people want to see you cooking.
I know.
Do you want me to call you when it's time to stir something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will.
can be in here. I can't do the video the whole time.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe I'll read the recipe to you and to myself. I'll read the original recipe and then tell you how I'm going to change it up a little bit. So it talks about the giblets. You simmer them until tender in 1 quart water and 1 teaspoon salt. After cooking, dice giblets to use in the gravy. Then you crumble. So I think that's separate, right? And so then you crumble 6 biscuits, a half a pan of cornbread, 2 slices day-old bread. So for the day-old bread, I'm gonna use 4 small biscuits. Should have about 6 cups of crumbs. That's helpful. Okay. And then you add a tablespoon of chopped parsley, 2 tablespoons of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of pepper, and 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. And there's an asterisk, and it says, I use quite a bit more seasoning than called for, and I use a combination of ground sage and oregano or Italian seasoning. Oh, interesting. Okay. For a large group, make 2.5 times the recipe. At the bottom, when it's talking about a large group, it talks about the onion and the celery, but not in the regular one. Oh, yeah, it does. Ha 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 ha. I gotta read stuff. Okay, then you add the giblet stock, which I don't have, and it says it's about 3.5 cups. I think we have vegetable stock. I'll have to look. We've got maybe the already liquid kind and maybe the kind I have to boil. Oh, I need to check this. So you add the giblet stock to all that stuff I was talking about, and then you melt 1/3 cup of butter, and in it saute a 1/2 cup of chopped onion and 1/2 cup of chopped celery. Cook 5 minutes and add to dressing mixture. Beat and add 2 eggs. Pour dressing into greased 8 by 8 by 2 inch casserole.
Okay.
Bake in moderate 350-degree oven for 1 hour. Cooking this long makes a dry dressing. I prefer mine to be softer, so I cook a little more than half this time. That's interesting.
Hannah, does the dressing need gravy on it?
I don't know if we have any gravy, but we can look. We might have some. Oh, and most importantly for Jessica, we're gonna also add chicken. Okay, so the recipe says to put it in an...
Daddy, I wanted so good.
I don't know why that's doing that. I guess I should check it. Hold on.
Hannah,
So anyway, yes?
you're not a bad one.
Thank you. So the recipe calls for an 8x8 pan, but I'm using this one because if we do have an 8x8, it's probably not good quality.
Hey, Hannah.
This is 8x11. Do you think that's still okay? Okay. Well, anyway. I'm using this pan because Mom says it's okay. It says to grease the pan, so I'm going to use cooking spray. I'm going to get a bowl out. A big one.
Are you cooking or is Mom gonna do it?
I'm cooking. We're cooking. You and me together. So I need half a cup of onion
You're not
and chopped onion. And so I just wanted to show you our cute little ninja chopper. I highly recommend one of these. It's so nice and it saves so much time. So here is the half a cup of chopped onions. And I am melting some butter and I'm going to saute the onions in the butter. Gotta remember to look at the camera.
Shellac myself.
Don't do that. And while I'm waiting on the butter to melt, I will start crumbling things into the bowl. First things first, we need to wash our hands. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So we are gonna mix. I'm gonna crumble. Jessica doesn't want to touch the stuff to crumble it, but we like to mix in our big old Pyrex bowl because it helps us measure things. So half a thing of cornbread. Crumble, crumble.
Hey, just a good one. Can I pat you?
Okay. Thank you.
Bad one, may I pat you?
No.
Good one, may I pat you?
All right, one pat and then I gotta cook, darling. Thank you. Okay, butter melted. I'm going to put all the onions in.
Out, isn't it?
Yeah, he sure is. He's been like that a while.
Mom, is a brand new soup make the recipe happen? So how much chicken does it call for?
It doesn't call for any chicken.
Oh, okay, so
We
whatever
can just
chicken
put
we can
however
put in
much
there.
we want.
Alright. Jessica definitely wants chicken in it.
She does?
And we're gonna cheat and we're gonna put what's left over of the rotisserie chicken and some canned chicken. I was gonna cook some chicken to put in it and then I just ran out of time.
Well, you know what? I don't even think that's cheating because it's using what we have. And I just bet that's what grandmother used to do. Is use whatever she would have.
Jessica, do you wanna go help Hannah first?
Ow!
Oh.
Everything's
Did the dog
fine.
hurt you?
No, I touched the hot pan on
Hannah,
accident.
let her help you.
Okay. Here, this is a long spoon, and it'll be
gosh,
so
don't
easy
touch
to
the
stir it.
What is the onions for?
For the dressing.
No, you don't put onions in it.
You do too.
Do you want to follow the recipe or not? I don't know how to do that.
So it already got 6 cups before I added those.
So what is that? It's for the dressing, honey. It's just. Hey, look. Let me have this hand. This is not hot. That keeps the pan from falling off right there. What are the extra biscuits for? Breakfast tomorrow. Okay. Does that make you happy? Yes. Good. Extra biscuits. Do we have to have gravy on the dressing? We'll try to make some gravy. I'm just not sure that we can.
We might have some cream of chicken to put in it. Okay, so I got my little dude of my bowl of crumbs, and now I'm going to add the seasoning. Salt, pepper, parsley. I assume we don't have poultry seasoning.
Oh, Jessica abandoned the onions.
Jessica! Combination of ground sage and oregano or Italian seasoning. I'll start on the salt and pepper. So it calls for 2 tablespoons of salt. It calls for 1/8 a teaspoon of pepper, but we're gonna, that's not salt. We're gonna add more than that because we love pepper in this house. So it says a tablespoon of parsley and a teaspoon of poultry seasoning, but she says I use quite a bit more seasoning than called for, and I use a combination of ground sage and oregano or Italian seasoning.
Okay, so use this and this.
Okay. We don't have a regular salt
Here's time.
shaker, do we?
I'm confused.
We didn't call for time. But I can use it anyway. I got the time out because you said to.
Time out.
Daryl,
Okay.
don't do it.
Here I go with the pepper. Because there was barely any left, and this has all kinds of stuff. Rosemary, sage, thyme, garlic, coriander, oregano, sea salt, and fennel seed. I'll do a little bit of thyme. And a little bit of this. Call that good enough. So now I'm just gonna stir it a little bit just to distribute the spices. All right, so
Is your Bessie good?
this is our stock. This is what chicken, and it's partially chicken, partially beef, and this is chicken juice.
That is chicken broth.
Chicken broth, not to be confused with
Mommy,
chicken
do we have any
juice.
cashews?
We do. Do you need a little snack?
I do.
And here is the sautéed onion. I'm going to put it in there. Oh, beat and add 2 eggs, it says.
Why does it need eggs?
That's how you make it. That's the recipe.
Mommy, your Beth really wanted a new pooch. She said,
I beat my eggs. I didn't beat them, I beat them. Okie dokie. Next, chicken.
You don't have to break the chunks up.
You don't have to break the chunks up.
how come we didn't need to make that double recipe?
Because this will be plenty.
Mom, will you get me some ice water, please?
Yeah, just a minute. I got my hands dirty with chicken.
Dirty.
Dirty chicken.
It'll be. Did you put stuff in it that's kind of like gravy or something?
Yeah.
What is it?
Broth.
Well,
Here is an important question.
okay. What?
Do we have cranberry sauce?
Nope.
Oh!
Well, you can text Dad because he's about to be at the store and he can get some.
Ooh! Alright, there's the rest of the chicken.
What kind of chicken?
The kind you had. Yeah, that kind. Okie dokie. It is ready to go in the pan. Okie dokie, honey, Jessica said. Alright. Into the pan.
Hang on a minute. Hannah,
we
is
go.
this one yours or mine?
Oh, your cup's.
Hold that thought. Alright, now
You don't need to.
it is
you
time
can
to
do
pour it in the pan.
You can do it, Mom. I know. That doggy. Nothing, she's good.
Well, that filled the pan quite nicely. I was worried the pan would be a little big, but it's just not.
Somebody made a mess with the cornmeal, and I know who it is. Who was it?
It wasn't me.
Who made a mess?
Dad. No big deal.
Okay, so now it is gonna go in the oven.
There's chicken in it?
Oh yeah, there's lots of chicken in it.
You ready?
So the recipe says an hour, but Nonnie cooks it less than that because she doesn't like hers dry. She says, it says an hour, but she says I prefer mine to be softer, so I cook a little more than half this time. How do you like yours?
We'll just decide when it looks right.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it for 30 minutes and then we'll look at it. All right, there is the finished chicken and dressing. Looks so good.
I want two.
So it's very
servings.
bread-like,
Oh, yes.
which it should be, and you can see some chicken in there.
Sometimes we have gravy on top and sometimes we don't.
And the recipe calls for celery, and we don't have any celery
That's
in
right.
there.
So thanks so much for watching our dressing video. If you like it, or if you try it and you like it, or if you try it and you don't like it, let us know, tag us in it. And
Questions?
if you have any questions, comment below. And we'll see you soon.